Everything you've been told about these four things is wrong. You've been using them, consuming them, and trusting them your entire life. And right now, at this very moment, they are quietly destroying two organs that never once complained about the damage. No pain, no alarm, no warning. And the most disturbing part? One of them is sitting in your kitchen right now. You probably used it this morning, and you smiled doing it because everyone told you it was fine. I'm Dr. Helson, a nephrologist, a kidney specialist. And today I'm not here to give you a gentle health talk. I'm here to shatter four of the most dangerous myths that are sending perfectly healthy people straight to dialysis machines every single year. Stay with me, because by the end of this, you will never look at your daily routine the same way again. And I promise you, the number one myth will shock you most. I'll reveal it last. And when I do, it will all make terrifying sense. Let's destroy these myths one by one. Before we expose these myths, you need to understand one brutal truth about your kidneys. And this alone should make you watch every single second of what follows. Your kidneys are the most silently loyal organs in your entire body. Right now, without you asking, without you even thinking about it, they are filtering every drop of your blood. Every toxin, every waste product, every excess fluid gone. They regulate your blood pressure, help produce red blood cells, keep your bones from crumbling. They are running a 24/7 operation with 0 days off and 0 complaints. But here is the terrifying reality. When they start failing, they tell you nothing. Chronic kidney disease has been called the silent killer for a reason. There is no sharp pain, no dramatic moment where your body says something is wrong. By the time you feel the swollen ankles, the exhaustion that sleep can't fix, the cramps that won't stop, the damage is already severe. Sometimes irreversible. I have sat across from patients, wonderful, active, intelligent people, who looked at me with complete disbelief and said, "Doctor, how did I not know?" The answer is always the same. Nobody told them the truth. And the truth is what I'm giving you today. For myths, for realities, and a knowledge that can literally change the direction of your health, starting today. And remember, as I go through each one, I'm building toward number one. The myth that is the most believed, the most widespread, and by far the most deadly. Are you ready? Let's go. Myth number 4. As long as I eat well, my body is fine. The reality. If you're not moving, you're poisoning your kidneys, even with a perfect diet. This is the myth that catches people completely off guard. Most people believe that kidney health is purely about what goes into your mouth. Food, drink, pills. That's it. So if they're eating reasonably well, they feel safe. Wrong. There's a poison that requires no eating, no drinking, no swallowing at all. And it is devastating kidneys silently across the world every single day. That poison is called a sedentary lifestyle. Sitting for hours every day. Here's what's actually happening inside your body when you sit for long periods without moving. Your kidneys depend on strong, vigorous blood circulation to do their job properly. Think of a powerful, fast-moving river. It stays clean, it carries everything away, it remains healthy. Now, picture a puddle of stagnant water. Mud collects, things rot, it becomes toxic. When you move, your heart pumps powerfully, blood rushes through your body, and your kidneys receive a strong, clean flow that gives them the power to filter optimally. When you sit for hours, that river becomes a puddle. And stagnant circulation is the perfect breeding ground for the kidney's worst enemies: obesity, high blood pressure, and type 2 diabetes. Inactivity stops your body from processing blood sugar correctly, leading to insulin resistance. It adds weight, which forces your heart to overwork, which raises blood pressure. Every extra kilogram is an additional daily burden on your kidneys. You do not need to become an athlete. You need to break the stillness. Set an alarm every hour. Stand up. Walk to another room. Get a glass of water. Rotate your ankles. That simple act reactivates circulation immediately. Then build a daily walk, even 10 minutes. Consistency beats intensity every time. If mobility is a challenge, chair exercises work beautifully. Arm movements, leg lifts, ankle rotations. Everything counts. Every step you take is a wave of clean, oxygenated blood rushing to your kidneys. Remember, the river or the puddle, you choose with every hour you spend sitting. Myth number 3, it's sold without a prescription, so it's safe. The reality, that pill you take without thinking could be strangling your kidneys. Raise your hand if you've ever taken ibuprofen for a headache without a second thought. Of course you have. We all have. It's sitting in medicine cabinets in nearly every home on the planet. No prescription needed. Completely normal. Totally harmless. Except it isn't. This is one of the most dangerous myths in modern health. The belief that over-the-counter means risk-free. And it is costing people their kidney function every single year. I'm talking about NSAIDs, non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs. Ibuprofen, naproxen, diclofenac, beloved by millions for pain relief. And genuinely effective, the problem is not occasional use. The problem is what happens when people take them daily, chronically, without supervision, which is extremely common, especially for arthritis, back pain, and joint problems. Here's the mechanism, explained simply. Your kidneys need a healthy, open blood supply to function. There are natural substances in your body called prostaglandins whose job is to keep the tiny arteries feeding your kidneys properly dilated, open, and flowing. NSAIDs work by blocking prostaglandins to reduce pain and inflammation throughout the body. The problem is they don't discriminate. They block the ones protecting your kidneys too. The result? Those renal arteries constrict. They narrow. Blood flow to your kidneys drops dramatically. Imagine stepping on a garden hose while a plant is trying to drink. The water barely reaches the roots. Take your foot off occasionally, the plant survives. But step on it every single day for months, for years, the plant quietly dies. That is precisely what chronic NSAID use does to your kidneys. Slowly, silently, without a single symptom until the damage is already serious. Never self-medicate with NSAIDs on a chronic basis. Persistent pain is not a signal to keep silencing the alarm. It is a signal to find where the fire is. See a doctor. Always tell your doctor everything you take, including vitamins, herbs, and cold medicines. Many over-the-counter products contain hidden NSAIDs you don't even realize you're taking. For occasional pain, paracetamol, acetaminophen is generally much safer for the kidneys when used correctly. And explore non-pill options, physiotherapy, heat, cold therapy, targeted stretching. These could dramatically reduce your dependence on painkillers. The rule is clear: occasional use, acceptable. Daily dependency without medical supervision. You are gambling with your kidney function. And the house always wins. Myth number 2, I don't add salt, so I don't eat too much sodium. The reality, 75% of the salt destroying your kidneys is already in your food before you touch the shaker. This myth is so widespread, so deeply believed, that even intelligent, health-conscious people fall for it completely. People tell me confidently, "Doctor, I barely use the salt shaker anymore. I've cut back." And they genuinely believe they've solved the problem. They haven't even scratched the surface of it. Because the salt shaker on your table? That is not where the danger is coming from. Research shows that more than 75% of the sodium we consume comes from processed and packaged foods, not from anything we add ourselves. It is already in the bread. It is in the processed meats, the packaged cheeses, the canned soups, the bottled sauces, the frozen meals. The food industry uses sodium as a preservative and a flavor amplifier, and they use it aggressively, in quantities most people would find shocking if they could see it measured out in front of them. This is an invisible aggressor, and it is attacking your kidneys through a very specific pathway. When your body receives excess sodium, it triggers an emergency response. To dilute all that sodium, your body retains fluid. Blood volume increases. The pressure inside your arteries rises. And that is arterial hypertension, high blood pressure, which is the second leading cause of kidney failure in the world. Your kidney filters are made of extraordinarily delicate, microscopic vessels. High blood pressure hits them like a firefighter's hose blasting a silk cloth at full pressure. Day after day, that force scars them, damages them, and permanently destroys their filtering ability. and it creates a vicious cycle. Damaged kidneys regulate blood pressure even more poorly, which causes more damage, which causes more pressure. Become a label detective. Flip every package over and look for the word sodium, not salt sodium. You will be genuinely shocked at what you find in foods that don't even taste salty. Cereals, cookies, bread. The recommendation is under 2,300 milligrams per day. If you already have high blood pressure, your target is 1,500 milligrams. Cook at home more. It gives you complete control over what goes in your food. And rediscover flavor. Nature provided an extraordinary arsenal. Garlic, onion, black pepper, oregano, rosemary, turmeric, cumin, paprika, lemon, vinegar. These transform any dish without a single milligram of sodium. One bonus tip. If you buy canned vegetables, rinse them thoroughly under running water. That one simple action removes a significant portion of the added sodium immediately. The salt shaker was never the real enemy. The packaging was. And now you know where to look. Myth number 1. Sugar is just empty calories. It only affects my weight. The reality. Sugar is the number 1 kidney killer on the planet, and it attacks from 4 directions simultaneously. Here it is. The myth I promised you. The one that I've seen, more than any other, send patients down the road to dialysis. The one that is wrapped in birthday cakes and family celebrations and childhood memories and the word treat. Sugar, and its partner in destruction, refined flour. White bread, white pasta, cookies, pastries, soft drinks, packaged juices, industrial cereals, and everything that looks sweet, comforting, and completely normal. People believe sugar is a weight problem, a cosmetic issue, something that makes you gain a few kilos and raises your dentist's eyebrows. They dramatically underestimate what it is actually doing because sugar doesn't launch one attack on your kidneys. It launches 4 simultaneous coordinated attacks, and that is why I call it, without any hesitation, the number 1 poison. The first attack is the direct highway to kidney failure. The number 1 cause of kidney failure worldwide is diabetes. And the number 1 driver of type 2 diabetes is exactly this: excessive, chronic consumption of sugars and refined carbohydrates. Every time you eat sugar or refined flour, your blood glucose spikes dramatically. Your pancreas floods your system with insulin to bring it back down. Do this every day, multiple times a day, for years, and your cells become completely resistant to insulin's signal. Glucose stays elevated in the blood chronically. Type 2 diabetes begins. And once blood sugar remains persistently high, it begins to caramelize the delicate filtering structures of your kidneys, literally making them rigid, stiff, and non-functional. This is called diabetic nephropathy, and it is the fastest, most well-documented route to dialysis on the planet. The second attack is on blood pressure. For decades, we blamed salt alone for hypertension, and we now know that was incomplete. Sugar raises blood pressure just as powerfully through entirely different mechanisms. So even patients who have perfectly controlled their sodium intake are still getting hammered on their blood pressure if their sugar consumption remains high. The kidneys are being hit from both sides. The third attack is silent inflammation. Sugar triggers chronic, low-grade systemic inflammation. This inflammation quietly damages the inner lining of every artery in your body, including the microscopic arteries inside your kidneys. This is not dramatic, visible inflammation. It is a slow, invisible burn that never completely goes out, and it is destroying vascular tissue continuously. The fourth attack is obesity and fatty liver. Every gram of sugar you consume and don't immediately burn converts to fat. This fat accumulates in the body, drives obesity, itself a direct risk factor for kidney disease, and deposits in the liver, causing non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, which disrupts your entire metabolic system and puts further pressure on already struggling kidneys. 4 fronts, simultaneously, every single day. This is not empty calories. This is a full-scale assault. First, understand that sugar hides behind dozens of names on ingredient labels. High fructose corn syrup, dextrose, sucrose, maltose, fructose, They're all the same enemy wearing different masks. Second, eliminate liquid sugar immediately. Sodas, packaged juices, sweetened iced teas, flavored coffees. A single can of soda can contain more than 10 teaspoons of sugar. Replace them with water, sparkling water with lemon, or unsweetened herbal teas. This single change alone is possibly the most powerful thing you can do for your kidney health right now. Third, be suspicious of low-fat products. When manufacturers remove fat, food tastes like cardboard, so they replace it with sugar, sometimes enormous amounts. Always choose natural versions. Plain yogurt with fresh fruit, you add yourself beets, sweetened fruit yogurt every time. Fourth, replace white flour with whole grain alternatives. Real whole grain bread, brown rice, rolled oats. The fiber they contain dramatically slows glucose absorption, preventing those dangerous blood sugar spikes. And finally, build your diet around real, whole food. Vegetables, fruits, legumes, eggs, fish, meat, nuts, seeds. When your meals are built from real ingredients, sugar and refined flour almost disappear naturally, without suffering, without deprivation. Breaking your dependency on sugar is not a diet. It is the single most powerful act of protection you can offer your kidneys. Let's recap the 4 myths we destroyed today. Myth 4. Eating well is enough. Reality. Sedentary living stagnates your circulation and opens the door to every kidney killer. Myth 3. No prescription means no risk. Reality. Daily NSAID use silently strangles your kidney blood supply over time. Myth 2. I don't use the salt shaker. Reality. 75% of your sodium is already hidden inside packaged food, and it's hammering your blood pressure daily. Myth 1. Sugar only affects my weight. Reality. Sugar is the world's #1 kidney destroyer, attacking simultaneously through diabetes, hypertension, inflammation, and metabolic disease. You came into this video believing 4 things were safe. You're leaving knowing the truth. And that shift, that exact moment of I didn't know that, is where real change begins. I want to be clear. I did not share this to frighten you. I shared it to hand you back control. Because every single one of these 4 poisons responds to decisions you make. Daily decisions. Small ones. Do you stand up from your chair today? Do you flip the package over and read the label? Do you choose water instead of soda? Do you call your doctor instead of reaching for another pill? Each one of those choices is a brick in the wall protecting your kidneys. You now have knowledge that most people around you don't have. Use it and share it. Send this to someone you care about, because this information could genuinely change the direction of their health. If you want to keep receiving clear, honest, no-nonsense medical information, subscribe and turn on notifications. I'll be here, and leave me a comment right now. Which myth surprised you the most? Which one are you changing first? I read every single one. I am Dr. Helson. Your kidneys have been working for you every second of your life without asking for anything in return. It's time to return the favor. Take care of your kidneys. Take care of your life. I'll see you in the next one.